We have been to the allotment all day, well, all morning, and now we're going to go back for a few more hours just to finish off what we started, which was extending the fence to keep the monk jack out. There's also lots of little chores and things to do, so nothing, won't get bored, but such a beautiful day out here, so yeah, let's go get it. So as you can see, we had a little bit of extra help on the plot today, and there are some materials you're going to need if you want to do this yourself, namely wood screws, a drill, some drill bits, the metal mesh, some wooden posts or metal posts, I use both, and a post driver, which came in very, very handy.
It's on the top, man.
The wood we used was actually from Jason's old tree house and some wood that his father had collected on a job. I'm lucky enough that he's in that kind of trade. You're also going to need some fence nails and a hammer. This was probably the most physical part of the whole project, which was actually hammering down these posts. As you can see, there's actually a string that runs from one corner post to the other, so we did them first as a guide to make sure the posts were straight, and even with 3 pairs of eyes they didn't even turn out that straight, but it was secure, and that's all that mattered. So here you can see the mix of wooden posts, metal posts, wood and metal posts all together, and the 2 layers of mesh, and it actually worked out really well. I hope no little monk jack will be able to jump over that, but we'll see. And once all the fencing had gone up, there was only the job of connecting it all together left to do. So we just had these little bits of metal rods and we bent them around both fences. We used the metal instead of zip ties because they'll last longer, and zip ties tend to go brittle and snap over time, so this was a good method of doing that. So today is day Sunday, after being here for Saturday and Sunday. We have managed to do a lot with the fence, so I can take you on a little panoramic view here. And you can see where the posts used to be, and now how tall they are. So a lot of these posts, I gotta go back the other way. A lot of these posts are just recycled posts that Jason's dad had. And yeah, what's the post whacker called?
Post driver.
Yeah, we had a post driver from someone I work with who lent it to us, so we didn't have to pay for that either, which was really helpful. And Jason and his dad did most of that post whacking. The post driving, and I'll show you some of the results. So this is the allotment at the moment. There are so many weeds coming up though, which is not good. But yes, we have like short posts, taller posts. Some of the posts are drilled together with a screw as support, and the mesh we'd used, this mesh was already here, and this chicken wire, but this mesh we got and attached on top to make it double the height. Hello everybody, today is April the 11th and I'm just here after work going through making a very rudimentary plan of all the beds. And I'm going to measure each bed and also I'm going to check the pH of the soil. My dad bought me this really nice soil meter, so I'm going to write down that in my notes. So here's the handy dandy meter. I have it on pH over here and I'm just going to stick it in this bed to see what the pH is like. So I'm not really sure how far in, but I'm just going to go like quite far in. And wow, it's actually quite acidic where I put it in, so I'm just going to try another place. See, and that's sitting more normal. I don't know if it's because this was just ground, this wasn't actually a bed, because we moved this bed to this position, so it might be why the soil is a bit more acidic, because it hadn't been used before. I don't know though, let's just call that a 7.5. So I had done a bit of research now actually after measuring all the beds, and it seems the golden pH for a lot of vegetables seems to be from 6 to 7, so more neutral and leaning acidic for a lot of plants. 6.5 is obviously the ideal, and apparently a lot of vegetables like that. So if you have acidic soil, the best thing to do from what I've researched is to add lime. Acidic soil is normally soil below 6.5 on the pH scale. I didn't actually have any beds with 6.5, mine were more alkaline. So if you have an alkaline soil, it's normally above 7.5 on the pH scale, and a good way to combat this is by adding sulfur, or just keep adding organic matter and like a rotten compost. What I did for my beds is I just left them as they were, because they were all mostly between 7.5. Some of them were a little bit higher, but I've added a lot of organic compost and mushroom compost, and I'm hoping this will naturally lower the levels of that and make it more acidic and less alkaline, but we'll see. Hello again everybody. Today is Sunday the 27th of April and me and Jason are just getting ready to go back down to the allotment, and there's a lot of changes to be made and I'm kind of ready to plant out some plants, but I need to put in some crop netting just so it doesn't get like pests over it, and there's also like a hell load of weeds to get rid of, but I'll show you that when we get there. So there have been some changes made around here today. First thing is we've got one of the beds uncovered and built this really secure enough frame. This is what the pest netting is going to go over. We need a staple gun though to attach it, so we haven't got around to putting the netting on yet, but it's basically ready for it. It's been a long day down here today. We did find one issue, which is the wood chip we put down. We didn't properly cover the ground underneath it, so we still have a lot of these weeds. This isn't the worst bit, but there's still lots of these weeds coming through. Bindweed is a big problem here. So what I'm going to do now, or what we have done, there was this old carpet on the site, So we've put the carpet down for now just to kill off any weeds on top of the wood chips. And I'm going to go through one walkway at a time and dig up all the wood chips, put down a weed membrane and put wood chips back on top of that. So that's just going to be an ongoing process throughout the summer. But the carpet for now should keep the weeds at bay. As you can see, the grass as well. The grass has actually grown loads. I probably mowed this about 2 weeks ago and it's already gone crazy. So yeah, especially that corner down there. Don't look at it. But yeah, that's all for today, Sunday. This will be our cabbage bed, so I'm very excited. Hopefully gonna get that planted out next weekend. And yeah, see you all in the next one.